understanding why I do what I do could change everything. Your purpose isn't something that you have to go searching for. It's already within you. When was the last time that you actually stopped to think about why you do what you do?
Anthony A. Luna is the CEO of Coastline Equity Property Management, based in Southern California. As a respected Forbes and Fast Company contributor, Anthony shares insights that help property management professionals excel while giving back to their communities. His upcoming book, Property Management Excellence, will be available in June 2025 on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and bookstores worldwide.
The information provided in this podcast is for educational purposes only and does not constitute legal, financial, or investment advice. Always consult with a qualified professional before making any investment decisions. Welcome back to the Owner Mindset Podcast. I'm Anthony A. Luna, and today I'm excited to talk with you about a topic that can truly transform your life: the power of purpose. When was the last time that you actually stopped to think about why you do what you do? Not just the tasks that you perform, not just the to-do list or the goals that you've set for yourself, but the deeper purpose behind your actions and your motivations for why you do what you do. Whether you're in property management, real estate, or any industry, understanding and leading with purpose can change the way that you work, lead, and live. Today's episode is all about helping you discover and tap into your own purpose, your why, and how you can create lasting impact in both your career and your personal life. I'll also share some of the personal stories from my own journey. I know you'll find today's conversation meaningful, no matter where you are on your own journey and on your own path. Let's start by taking a step back and thinking about where you are in your own journey. If you're like me, purpose wasn't something that I thought about much, but over time, I began to realize that understanding why I do what I do could change everything. For me, that realization began in San Pedro, in the harbor area of Los Angeles, where I grew up. There were times when life could feel tough. We lived in Section 8 housing, surrounded by poverty, by addiction, and broken systems. We didn't grow up having very much, but one thing that I did know was how it felt to live in a place that wasn't cared for. Maybe some of you can relate to growing up in a challenging environment or facing obstacles early on in life. But here's what I want you to remember with those memories. The challenges you faced aren't just obstacles. They're the very thing, the motivation that can shape your strength, your resilience, and your character. Think about those times that you felt like giving up but didn't. Those experiences give you a deeper understanding of others. They give you a deeper understanding of yourself and a greater sense of empathy and clarity that can only come from facing adversity head on. Your purpose isn't something that you have to go searching for. It's already within you, shaped by those wins and losses, the struggles and the triumphs. It's in the way that you approach your work, your relationships, and the way that you lead. When you recognize how far you've come, you'll realize that those challenges have prepared you to make an even bigger impact. Purpose is about using those lessons to create something meaningful, not just for yourself, but for the people and the communities around you. I want to share a story with you that shows you just how powerful purpose can be, not just in your career, but in your life. Early on in my property management career, I took over a portfolio of buildings that had been neglected for years. One particular tenant will always stand out to me. Mrs. Rodriguez had lived in that building for over 20 years. When I first met her, she had told me she had stopped reporting work orders or any kind of problems inside of her apartment. In her words, what use was it? Nothing ever gets done. That moment hit me hard. It reminded me of my own experiences growing up in housing that was often overlooked, often neglected and ignored by landlords that didn't seem to care very much. Mrs. Rodriguez wasn't just frustrated about a leaky faucet or peeling paint. She had lost faith in the system. She had completely given up. And that's something that I understood on a deep level because I had been there as a kid. But here's what I've learned. Purpose isn't just about fixing what's broken. It's about restoring trust and dignity. When I walked through her apartment, it wasn't just about checking off a list of repairs on an inspection sheet. I saw beyond the cracked walls and the faulty plumbing. I saw a woman who needed to feel heard. So instead of just patching those things up, we got to the root of the problem. We didn't just slap a fresh coat of paint on the walls. We replaced old pipes, we fixed long-standing leaks, and we made sure that the place was truly livable again. But more importantly, we rebuilt trust with her and every tenant in that building. This isn't just a property management story. It's a life lesson and a life reflection. Think about the challenges in your own life. Maybe there are problems that you've been avoiding because they seem far too big, too overwhelming, or maybe you've convinced yourself that nothing will change. But when you're clear on your purpose, it gives you the courage and the focus to go beyond the surface and really make a difference. Purpose isn't about putting a Band-Aid on the issues that you've been facing. It's about digging much deeper, understanding the core of the problem, and making meaningful changes. And when you act with purpose, when you come from that place first, you do more than just fix things. You restore trust, you build relationships, and you create lasting impact. That's the power of leading with heart. And it's what can transform not just your work, but your life and your relationships. Let's take a moment to talk about your work. Whether you're managing people, you're leading a team, or you're building your own business. Purpose isn't just a motivational idea. It's a powerful guide that can transform how you approach every part of your work. It's about aligning your daily actions with something that truly matters to you, something that drives you forward. When you're connected to your purpose, your work becomes more than just a series of tasks and to-dos. It becomes an expression of your values and your impact on the people around you. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, but what if my work doesn't feel very meaningful? What if it's just busy work or menial tasks or repetitive work that doesn't seem to matter in the bigger picture? We've all had that feeling at some point in our life and in our careers. But here's the shift. Here's something I want you to consider. Even the smallest tasks can take on new meaning when you approach them with a sense of ownership and purpose. Here's how you can start doing this. The first thing is reframe the task. Even if a task feels like just another email or just another meeting, reframe it. Ask yourself, what value can I add here? Or how can I approach this in a way that serves the bigger picture or the greater good? When you approach tasks with this mindset, you start to see their potential impact on others and all of your overall goals that you're working towards. Number 2 is connect each task to a bigger purpose. Every task, no matter how small, contributes to a larger goal. Find the connection between what you're doing and the broader impact it has. It could be keeping things running smoothly, ensuring clients feel heard, or maintaining systems that allow for future growth. Number 3 is embrace the power of small wins. Purpose isn't always about grand gestures. Sometimes it's found in those small, incremental, consistent efforts that move the needle every single day. I want you to celebrate the little wins that come from doing this well. Number 4 is create a ripple effect. How you do it can influence other people around you. Purpose isn't just about that task. It's about the ripple effect you can create by how you approach it. And number 5 is infuse your values into your work. Align those actions with your values. If integrity, compassion, or growth matters to you, bring those into your work. When you act in line with your values, even the smallest tasks take on a greater meaning. When we talk about purpose, it's easy to think it's something we need to search for, or we're waiting for it to hit us on our head, possibly just waiting to discover it. But the truth is, purpose isn't something you build. It's often the work that you're doing every day already. It's found in the way that you choose to show up every day, how you respond to those challenges, and how you turn even the smallest tasks into opportunities for growth. But for those of you who are entrepreneurs or committed members of a team, staying connected to that purpose every day can be a challenge. Even with a defined purpose, the day-to-day grind can sometimes make it easy to lose sight of that bigger mission. Here's the key I found. Purpose isn't just in the big moments. It's in how you approach every day. Here's how you stay connected. Reaffirm your purpose regularly. Take time to reaffirm it, individually and as a team. Revisit your mission and that purpose to keep it top of mind. Even the most routine task can contribute to your purpose. Ask yourself, how does this task support my purpose? Recognize that your work creates ripples. Your work matters, and it's empowering others and making a difference in your business and in your community. When the work gets tough, use your purpose as a guide. Purpose provides clarity and helps you make decisions that reflect your values, even in those tough situations. I want to take a moment to turn the focus to you. What's your purpose? Have you thought about what really drives you? Whether you're running a business, managing a team, or pursuing your own goals, understanding your why is the key to finding meaning in everything that you do. In my own journey, discovering my purpose wasn't something that just happened overnight. It took time, reflection, a whole lot of journaling, and even more reading. and a lot of learning from the people and the experiences around me. But once I found it, everything started to fall into place. Everything started to align. I encourage you to take some time and reflect on what gives you that energy, what challenges you, what motivates you, and what impacts you want to make in the world. Because when you lead with purpose, you lead with heart, and that changes everything. As we wrap up today's episode, here are a few things I hope you take away for your own journey. Purpose gives meaning to your work and to your life. It's the foundation for everything you do. Leading with an owner mindset helps you take full responsibility for your actions and drives long-term success. Purpose-driven decisions create those ripple effects that positively impact every person around you. If there's one thing that I really want you to take away, it's this. When you lead with purpose, everything else falls into place. Before we close, I'm excited to share 2 ways that you can take your purpose-driven leadership to the next level. First, my upcoming book, Property Management Excellence, will be available in stores in June 2025. This book dives much deeper into the principles we discussed today, with real-life stories and practical advice to help you lead with heart in any industry. And for those of you that are ready to elevate your skills, I'm thrilled to announce the launch of our property management course in partnership with our software partner, Whale. It's designed to help property managers, landlords, and real estate professionals build thriving businesses with a values-driven approach. Sign up for early access on our website, propertymanagementexcellence.com. And don't forget to subscribe. Share this episode with someone who you think needs to hear it. And don't forget to leave a review. Your support helps us grow this community of purpose-driven leaders. Stay tuned for our next episode, where we'll be exploring how adopting a growth mindset can completely transform not only your business, your work, but your entire life. I'll see you then.